Welcome to another episode of The Intellectuals. Where I just watched a video of this Asian man.
Really?
And he was he was eating a
Bring the mic
cheeseburger.
closer, bro. Bring the fucking mic closer.
This thing.
Oh, for fuck's sake. You made me swear in the beginning.
I'm so upset at how Guido is such a bitch. Like he.
Move those away, bro.
Where am I?
Just bring the mic closer. Why are you acting like a child?
Like this?
Why are you like this for real?
I don't like when you're young. I'm sorry.
Good
morning.
So I just watched a video of an Asian man, probably Japanese.
Probably.
He was eating a McDonald's cheeseburger. And I was like, oh, very good, but I could make better and bigger. And then he made a cheeseburger.
Wait, hold on. I didn't like the accent that you just did.
But you said hamburger like I'm bigger.
Hamburger.
Hamburglar.
Cheeseburger.
Just
That's-
what did the Chinese guy do,
what's
bro?
with the
Like,
racism?
wait, is he
And then-
Chinese or
and
not?
then-
Because you're doing a Japanese accent.
going
He looked
racist.
Japanese. He looked Japanese.
Okay, so then why did you say he was Chinese if you just said he looked Japanese?
I said he was. Oh, my mistake.
Did he have a samurai sword?
Okay, what is he? Tell
He
me.
made a cheeseburger bigger and better, like he said he would do, and he then.
But how did he say it?
No, he actually. He spoke.
How did he say it, though?
He spoke Japanese.
Okay, but how did he say it?
Oh, I make a bigger and better do.
Okay, go. Okay.
What is that?
Why don't
Just tell us the story, bro.
yeah.
What's wrong with you? How are you
What's
this
that
bad
song?
at podcasting after 7 years?
No, I'm just wondering about the song. But now the song is throwing me off. What is this?
Just tell your story.
Anyways, he made a bigger and better cheeseburger.
And how did he sound when he said it? How did he sound? Did he say?
He kind of sounded like that.
I mean,
Nah, but not for real. No, he sounded like a regular Asian person, like a Japanese person. And he
How
made
does that sound?
he made the cheeseburger. It was very good. And then
You're
he had
like-
no, because then he cut it in half. And I thought that was
With
the
the
end.
samurai sword.
No, with a regular knife. He cut the cheeseburger in half, and I thought that was the end of it. But then he pulls out a platter that was full of cheese sauce. And then
he dips them like donuts.
And he put the cheeseburger on it, and then he you know those
That's
mukbang
fatness.
videos when
Yeah.
they. But they're always fucking skinny. These people.
Do you
I can
watch?
never-
I think that's a whole thing. Wait a second. Okay, so mukbang. I'll tell you where I discovered this.
This is a great start. I love the foreshadowing of this episode. All right, so yeah, that was it. That was the video that I just finished
All right,
watching
so that was just
right
this.
before the start of this video of this show.
Cartwright for.
Cartwright?
You know when you said Guido just says random things with the voices like that, you're not sure. That's Seinfeld. Cartwright for. That actor, that Asian actor that has been in every movie ever made where they need an Asian man. That man, I forgot his name. I wish I could honor his.
Asian man number 3.
He's you know what I'm talking about. He played Wayne's World's father-in-law, where he anyway.
I never watched Wayne's World.
Wayne's World is.
I heard it's good
movie.
though.
Yeah.
I watched Casablanca yesterday. Is it
What?
Casablanca or Casablanca?
I'm going to kill you.
I think it's the first one.
Yeah, Casablanca.
Of all the what an actor, huh?
Great actor, great movie too.
Yeah.
Of course, it's a
Very-
great movie. It's one of the best movies
Did
of
it
all
make
time.
you want to wear an Indiana Jones hat?
No, but it made me want to suit up and smoke.
Yeah.
The entire time I'm watching the movie, I just want to smoke.
This cough that you're hearing right now, that man, Humphrey Bogart, played a small part in that cough that you just heard me. Yes, very.
He made smoking
popular
look
smoker.
so fucking cool, bro.
Now imagine that movie.
I tried to smoke after him, like I look like such a bitch.
Imagine
Yeah,
that.
me, what I took from that was talking down to women was so cool.
That too.
Did you like
Come here, dame. Yeah, see?
what's there's that famous scene is there in front of the airplane, that big
Yeah.
monologue in
Yeah.
front of the airplane. But did you like
Maybe
the
not
moment
today. Maybe not tomorrow.
when he makes the poor people win at roulette?
Yeah,
He's
I
a
enjoyed
cool
that.
guy.
I enjoyed that.
And when he tells the piano player, play it again. That's the song that reminds
There's a lot
him
of good scenes.
all the
I understand why
places,
it's a
of all the
classic.
gin joints they had to walk into mine.
Yeah.
That's it's so
I don't stick out my neck for nobody.
it's so it's cliche now. You make everything's been a
Yeah.
copy of that.
There's one thing I didn't understand though. There was one scene that didn't make any sense. You know, at the end when he shoots the
with
Nazi,
the werewolf.
and then they take off on the plane. What? Stop! Please don't do this. And they took off on the plane,
Yeah.
and the police officer, the head of the police, grabs a bottle, pours a drink, but then slams it in the garbage bin. I was so confused.
The message he's sending, like
I was so I didn't
because
understand.
he didn't have someone to drink it with, maybe.
Yeah.
No, because they were victorious. They became friends now because he killed the head of the Nazis, so the police officer wouldn't be hounded by this Nazi officer.
Someone
And then he goes like, "Oh, nice, we're gonna pour out a drink and shit for victory."
Yeah.
And he pours it, but then he just grabs the bottle and slams it into
Yeah,
the
'cause
garbage
that was
and,
it.
and throws it out.
He doesn't need it anymore. First of all, his friend is gone. He can't drink, and he doesn't need to drink his sorrows away. He just won.
Oh, that's interesting. I've never seen it expressed like that.
Go fuck
what was the
No, I
song
swear to
that
God, what?
I've never seen what expressed.
No, but the way I don't know.
That's not a general thing. That's for him. The
you're
guy.
saying was that an actor choice or was that a script choice? Is what you're asking?
That too, but anyways, because I was genuinely confused about it and it made me laugh. I was like, this is so random, but I didn't know that's what he meant.
I wonder if I forgot. Is this the song? A kiss is just a kiss. Is that how he sings that song? That
What?
fucking, right? The black piano player.
No, he doesn't.
No.
Two different times.
Didn't he have a voice like that? Yeah.
No.
I
Do
remember.
you think
when-
of the intro to Family Matters?
Oh no, but no wait, shit.
Yeah, I'll put it up.
Days go by, the big old one, the family. Reginald Vell Johnson. What I love about that show is everybody who walks in gets the applause. The grandmother walks in, woo!
You think that's real or it's
No, it's canned laughter, or the applause sign goes on, and the extras
laugh now, motherfuckers.
In LA, there's a lot of want to see live taping of a show, and they hand out papers when you walk around in the
that's
tourist
interesting.
areas. Oh, let's go.
Why do you
see.
keep saying that? He hadn't finished his sentence.
No,
You're like,
because
that's interesting.
No, but I literally didn't
people,
know they
hand
did
out
that.
flyers.
I
They hand out flyers. You want to go be in the audience of price? Yeah, they do that. They're seat fillers.
Really?
Yeah, they're all seat fillers.
You think people line up because they want to see?
Bro, I don't know. I just thought. I don't know what I thought. Actually, I never thought about that. It's astonishing to me that it was just dudes handing out flyers.
Yeah,
And
they
shit.
pepper the room. They do that just for laughs for the gals too.
Wow. So they did the same thing for like freshmen to Bel Air.
Yes, yes.
Wow.
I've been on set of pilots where I was just like that. Pilots that never made the air with Carl Weathers and the guy who
'Cause they crashed.
who hosts the guy who he's loving the Steve Urkel theme song. Days go by. I could. This is a spin-off of Perfect Strangers, by the way.
It's in the same universe.
Yes, it's in the same universe and also the same universe of Die Hard because Winslow there plays the same cop he played in
Is
Die
it the
Hard.
same? They don't have the same. It's not Carl
It's the same-
Weathers.
It's the
but
same
it is
actor.
the same character and the same actor.
It's the same actor, same Reginald Vell Johnson. So what was I saying about who? Oh yeah, I was on set once being who's the guy? He was he played football and then he retired and became like host with Kelly.
Oh yeah, the guy with the tooth.
The guy with the toofuses?
Yeah.
Okay, so him in some sitcom with Carl Weathers, Apollo Creed. That never, it was when I was random
dead.
thing I did on years ago.
He died.
Who?
Apollo Creed.
Apollo Creed did die.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Who's Apollo Creed?
he's the greatest boxing heavyweight champion of all time. What are you saying?
Debatable.
Isn't that Mike Tyson?
No, Apollo Creed.
Is Apollo,
He was
hold
so
on,
good.
Apollo Creed is in the Rocky movies. What are you talking about?
Apollo Creed was so good that before fighting the Russian, he'll dance around for an hour and do a lot of cardio.
Yeah. But then the Russian killed him in the ring.
Poor guy died.
Yeah.
Bastards.
He's also Dylan in Predator.
Yeah, he is.
What?
Dylan!
I haven't watched that movie in forever.
Give me your hand like this.
Oh yeah, it's a meme.
Dylan!
Oh, like this. That's the gayest recreation of that handshake ever.
Didn't we do Scissor Sisters once?
We did.
We scared Claudio.
Hold on, we got to do that again. Cut to the middle cam.
New world.
Hold on, are you Are you Sylvester Stallone? Not Sylvester. Are
I'm-
you?
I'm,
are you Arnold? And I'm. What's the actor's name? I forgot.
Carl Weathers.
I'll be Arnold. I'll be
okay,
Arnold.
you be Arnold. How do you be Carl Weathers? Hey, Rock.
Yeah, like that.
That's my best Carl Weathers.
And what was Arnold's name in that movie? What was
I
his
know.
character?
I know it wasn't Dylan. Who cares? It's too much.
Let's go. Okay, middle guy.
Dylan. Dylan. That's it.
We're so dumb.
Jesse
We're
Ventura
so
ain't
dumb.
got time to bleed, McMahon. You know,
When Jesse Ventura wanted to get the union going in wrestling, and Hogan
Sideswiped him.
told McMahon about it,
Yeah, he ratted him
Tattletale.
out.
he ratted him out. That was right. Jesse Ventura still says,
I got lucky. I had my own union.
"That's why I left," and he joined SAG because of Predator.
SAG.
The Screen Actors Guilds. Now it's SAG-AFTRA, American Federation of Television Radio Artists. The union.
Speaking of artists.
Union. What's that movie with fucking?
The cup.
What's her name?
The
No,
cup.
the fucking mother on fucking Mrs. Doubtfire. She won an Oscar for a union movie. Why do I know? And she's holding up a union. Anyway,
I have no idea.
She's the flying nun. Why do I know this?
But because it's your brain. It's your brain on drugs.
That's, you know where that came from? That came from a TV commercial.
Yeah, that was a commercial. Yeah.
With frying eggs in a.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is drugs. This is your brain on drugs.
Yeah, yeah,
Any
delicious.
questions?
Yeah. How can I eat my brains?
We now return to the real Ghostbusters.
Yes, I remember.
Speaking of artists and everything, I went to the Fringe Festival.
Ah,
Because you
are?
are an artist.
And
Thursday and
no, I
Friday.
would say he's more fringe.
So you went to the Fringe Festival.
I went to the Fringe Festival. I enjoyed it. I went Thursday, but then I was supposed to go Friday again. But then something happened that pissed me off. So I went Thursday. It was very nice. I saw 2 plays. One of them was in French. One of them was in English. I forgot the name of the first one. It was like 3 assassins that were trapped in a room in hell,
Assassino.
and they were stuck with each other basically for all of eternity.
Okay.
It was fun.
It went on forever.
Yeah, basically. It was okay. It was nice. One thing that really bothered me, I don't know if it was because of the building or the people, but it smelled like poverty.
Oh,
The first place.
no, because it wanted to. Did it look like some New York loft artist space?
it
Was it
looked
something like that?
like the stage. They taped like black
That's
squares on the
classroom.
floor.
Yeah, classroom.
Yeah,
furniture.
yeah, yeah.
Classroom furniture.
But it legit. You know that smell of poverty.
It depends. The smell of poverty can also be urine.
No. This smelled like. I'll give you an example. This smelled like you have just enough money to keep the water running, and you've been washing with just water for like a month.
You mean
Okay,
damp? You mean damp?
Damp. It smelled musty. No, the energy.
idea.
I think you're mixing energy with smell. Maybe.
No, he's talking
this-
about smell.
I'm talking about
Real.
the smell.
I think
real
it's just people were damp. They didn't dry their clothes, maybe.
But it
Because
smelled.
I know the
okay.
smell of dampness, and I know what you mean.
Would
But
you-
it smells. It smells like this is a low class area. That's what dampness smells like.
Would you say
Yeah, okay,
most
I'm
of
not
the
crazy,
people
okay.
there, chances are they have roommates?
100%, and some of them were definitely communists.
So,
I guarantee you that.
Yeah, most of them actually, I would say.
clothing, like brown drab clothing. Did
What?
they have
brown
a
drab?
hammer and a sickle?
Oh,
with
go
them?
fuck yourself. The second one I really enjoyed. It was called Death of a Starman. So basically,
Death
the
of a
whole
salesman.
Yeah, I was
whole-
about to say.
Death of a Starman. It's the instead of the
yeah. Well, basically, the whole thing is it's this guy and he peddles horoscopes. He's like a star reader, you know, like
Okay,
an
sure.
astrologer, and he owes money to the mafia, and they're out to kill him and
okay,
everything
okay,
and blah. It was entertaining. There was one really funny moment in it that got me, and it went over everybody's head.
Death of a Salesman starring David Bowie. That's what I thought of when he said
That was
Death of a
fun.
Starman.
But this did it.
Biff.
When I went to the show, it kind of smelled like poverty, but not as bad as the first play.
I see.
And I don't know if it's just because I got used to it, or there was less poverty around.
You got used to it.
well,
Yeah.
did they make because right off the bat when you said those 2 titles, like I had the privilege of studying theater back in the day, in the early part of the millennium. I studied at the neighborhood playhouse, Gregory Peck. Anyway, I wonder if I'm sure the writer and stuff would know the references of what these plays were called.
100%.
Because you're the first one where they're all in purgatory and stuff. It's waiting for Godot. That's the one where
Oh, really?
you know
The first one was really low budget. Like they didn't even get real furniture for the furniture they were
what's the name
referencing
of
in the play.
who wrote Waiting for Godot? There's that guy. So that's what that's or the Purgatory Story. You know we've seen that, and the other one is Death of a Salesman, where
Okay, I've never
it's
watched it.
these are famous. There's so many scenes that every like theater school around use these scenes in scene study class. And
Okay.
they're repetitive, and they don't. They escape me right now, but they're really good. And Death of a Salesman is a good.
What I really enjoyed about the second one was all the characters. The guy did the characters himself, and he worked in changing to the characters by himself. Like he worked it into the show, which made it entertaining. You know what I mean? Like he would switch from now he's the character, the astrologer. Now he's his mother. Now he's his father. You know, he worked it into the show.
Okay,
A one-man show.
And you
Yeah,
saw
one-man show.
Did you see differences between each character?
Of course,
That's very good. So he was very talented.
He was very talented. I was very impressed.
Right.
Everything from because when he would switch to his mother, he was dressed the same, but
He committed.
He would change everything from facial expression to body language and to voice.
Get the fuck out of here. You're telling me this guy went on stage and he was acting?
No, but really well. 'Cause
I guess what he's referencing as well is I remember once, you know, the Elephant Man, the guy literally.
It's
the
just
Elephant
that,
Man.
bro, for an hour-
Bradley Cooper played him on Broadway with no makeup, and he became him doing like fucking shit, and he became
still hideous.
Yeah,
Still
well, he
hideous,
played
yeah.
all these
He played-
characters
yeah.
in an hour by himself, and he
Cool.
did it all. He missed some points here, but what's crazy is even the moments he did miss, he made it entertaining.
Good. He
You know
was
what I
still
mean?
in the moment. He was in the present.
Exactly.
He
Yeah,
didn't-
which I really enjoyed.
Good.
And then the second day, I was going to go Friday too, but there was one show at 5 p.m. and I showed up, and you know the craziness with the F1, the Fringe Festival. They did something that really pissed me off. I show up to the first joint. Now it took me forever to get there, and almost made it late. And they go, if you're late by 5 minutes, you can't walk in and see the show.
Yeah.
Which is a bit of a
No, but it makes sense
It
because
makes
you
sense.
distract the
I get it, but
you
anyways.
distract the guy on stage, man.
So, anyways, I get there right on time, and I show up to the door, and she goes, "It's canceled."
Oh.
And then, first of all, there was no call. You know how like
Why no people showed up?
you know like during the pandemic, you had to cancel a few things. P.
Mm-hmm.
You were professional. You sent out emails. You sent out refunds. You know what I mean? Automatically, without anybody asking you. Is that correct?
Cambis.
What do you mean?
When do you remember during the pandemic when we thought we would open and then you would plan some shows, then
Yeah.
they would close us down, so then you'd cancel.
Yeah.
You know what
So
I mean?
you're saying it
by
was canceled without warning?
Yeah, you by yourself sent out refunds.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah,
emails.
of
Yes,
course,
which
yeah.
is a professional thing to do.
Yeah.
I've
Okay,
learned this from
okay,
you.
okay,
So I
okay.
showed up. There was no email sent. Nothing. I didn't know. I could have not showed up, and I wouldn't have known it was canceled. And then to get a refund, I had to walk 10 minutes away to go
see.
and get my refund instead of getting automatically getting
it's
refunded.
also
Oh,
art.
So
yeah,
it
yeah.
kind of pissed me off. So I had to go through this whole ordeal, and
I
I'm like,
see.
"Fuck! What if I go to the other show now? That one's canceled.
But
and I
that's
do
the
this
problem with
again."
communism.
But it's also
Bro, and it was so annoying.
it's
and I was
also
like,
the kids. You know, it's their
It
first
kinda
time putting
ruined
on
it
a
for
show.
me.
They're artists.
I understand.
Artists are not
no,
very
no, no,
organized.
No,
but
that's not an
it's not
excuse.
the artist. It's not the artist.
Don't
It's the
say that.
festival that
I
did
see,
it.
I
Yeah,
see,
and
I
it's not-
see.
No,
It's
no,
the
no.
festival.
And Guido,
and
it's
even if
not-
it was the artist, you
I
have
got
a
it, I got it.
responsibility.
You're an adult.
Yeah.
You made an exchange with someone. You
Correct.
didn't live up to your end of the bargain. He shouldn't have to tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah, correct. And you were actually diplomatic about it. You were not really a prick about it.
No, I
Well,
walked
he
over.
did. You did drop the N word.
repeatedly.
Theater. So are you going to put on a Fringe show one day?
Oh, definitely not.
But you know what's funny is you think, you know, you go, you think of De Niro, like
Yeah.
he started in theater. But it's not De Niro like we know him now. You know what I
Obviously
mean?
not.
It's like he was younger and
There's
he was
an
doing
evolution.
theater. Yeah.
It's just that you never saw-
What am I going to act on stage? All right. You know, it's just
Yeah, but in order to get to that point,
Yeah, yeah,
he
yeah.
had to do
He
all that. You know,
evolved.
it's like it just you never
Yeah.
see that evolution.
Yeah.
Kind of like how, if
Like
you listen to
watch-
the first two DMs, you'll see the evolution of me or the evolution of you from the first intellectuals or the evolution of P. You know,
Yeah.
you'll see an evolution. You know, but that's because it's all online and shit.
watch the one where like early Pacino, his where his voice was different. It's so weird. He's a different
Early Pacino?
apparently
What
a
year?
different guy. The one where he's robbing the bank there. That's a good one. Or Serpico. where
Thank you. Thank you. He's always robbing a bank. This guy.
No.
He's fucking
Or
Italians.
Serpico, where he's an undercover cop. That's a good one with the mustache. That's a good one. It's just funny. You just see the evolution of actors.
Yeah.
I don't know who is an actor you see the evolution of now in our lifetime, like in our life, in the last 20 years. Who's an actor you've seen evolve? You know who? You mentioned it. The Twilight kid. Like he's turned into quite the actor.
Yeah.
People like him, yeah.
Yeah, he's very good.
Yeah. I remember Keanu Reeves when he was like, everyone thought he was just Ted all the time.
Keanu Reeves, I've seen. Denzel, one of the greatest of all time.
He was still, it was his peak when you were growing up watching Man on Fire. How good is that?
I still haven't watched that
You
movie.
haven't seen that?
I still haven't watched Man on Fire.
That's
I'm disappointed in myself.
I'm jealous you get to watch it for the first time.
What was I gonna say? But one of my all-time favorite movies from him is what's the one where he's a cop? I forgot the name of the movie. What's
Heart Condition?
No. He's a cop, and then there's a newbie, and then he gets shot by the hood, and he's a crooked cop.
You know what Heart Condition is?
Forgot the name of the movie.
Heart Condition is a movie starring Bob Hoskins and Denzel Washington. We should bring back movie nights. I would watch that for a movie night. So it happens that Bob Hoskins, the guy who played Super Mario in the Super Mario Brothers movie, the British guy, but he plays a cop in a blue cop uniform. An asshole cop,
a greaseball
cop who eats poorly and is going after a drug dealer, Denzel Washington. But guess what happens? He gets a heart attack, and then the drug dealer, Denzel Washington, dies, and he gets his heart transplanted in Bob Hoskins. And now Bob Hoskins, as the cop, has this ghost, Denzel Washington, walking around everywhere.
Really?
Saying,
That's interesting.
being a prick.
American Gangster.
Fucking 80s,
Is it interesting?
80s movie.
American Gangster
Take a
with
shot
Denzel.
every time he says interesting. Dude, I just told you that the ghost of Denzel Washington walks around with Bob Hoskins because his heart is in his chest.
No, I heard.
And that didn't make you laugh that it's like...
That's interesting.
No, it's
That's
wacky.
interesting,
I get it.
No, you said it was interesting. Is that his transition word when he's not listening?
It seems to be, when he's not listening, it seems to be his transition word.
But I was listening.
It's his go-to for... And the word at the beginning of the episode, you'll see, because it's going to come out, it's recorded. You hadn't finished, that you were in the middle of a sentence. You were mid-sentence, like, it's interesting, and he continued. He
great.
took over it's crazy,
Bob
bro.
Hoskins, great actor.
It's the face push. It's
the-
how he face pushes verbally. He just doesn't...
Yeah. It's a verbal... That's interesting.
Yeah.
So tell me about your bowel movements. That's better.
I was going to talk about the F1. But you know what? Let's talk about my bowel movements. This one's interesting. I did seriously. I did listen to me, Guido.
Yes.
I'm sorry I face pushed you out of the
You
conversation.
didn't face push me. People are going to start Googling
I apologize.
Bob heart condition, and they're going to be happy that they heard this random shitty fact.
I did an experiment on myself. So you know how our weight fluctuates throughout the day?
Yes.
So I weighed
Like
myself.
5 pounds, they say.
I weighed myself one morning, 282 pounds.
282.
Yeah. Wow. I'm a big boy. And one night I come home and I'm like, you know what? And I really had to take a shit. I hadn't taken a shit all day. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to weigh myself before and after I take a shit. I weigh myself before, 292. So at night, peak Poseidon going through all the day, 292.
Wait,
293, 293.
That's not recent.
No, this was 2 nights ago. 293. Listen,
You were 293 pounds 3 nights ago.
yeah.
That's how
And
much.
then when I
so
woke
much
up, when I woke up the morning after, I was 282.
That's
But listen.
That's impossible.
I swear to God.
10
You didn't lose 10
of-
pounds that night.
Listen,
I'm not...
listen,
I
please,
kinda
for a
believe
second.
him. I have to
listen
believe him.
for a second. I walk in, I weigh myself 293. Sorry, 11 pounds, 293. I walk in, weigh 293. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, okay, let's see how much I weigh after my shit. I go take a shit, Bob, and it was one of my smaller ones. I weigh myself 288, my boy.
Okay, but it's not all.
5 pounds of shit.
Okay, but it's
Bro,
not all
5
shit. I mean,
pounds of
you
shit.
do
So
sweat.
that means on average, per day, before I take a shit, I am walking around with a newborn baby.
Oh, you had to. That's where you went with
Every
a newborn baby.
single day. Bro, I never want to hear a woman ever
I went-
complain about being pregnant ever again.
I went with the fact that you are 100 pounds heavier than me. That's amazing. You carry around.
It's really
100
funny to me.
pounds.
Carry another person on him, yeah.
Yeah, on my back.
I weighed myself. I'm like 194.
Yeah.
So that's.
And then in the morning when I weighed myself 282, I was like, bro, this is insane. I fluctuate 11 pounds
That's
in a day.
incredible.
That's insane, dude. 11 pounds is the weight I was born.
Mark
So
Chagall.
that's about my bowel movements. This
All
segment.
right, Mark Chagall. So, you know, I watched Eddie Van Halen. I want to mention that.
Yes. You were talking about it outside.
I was talking about outside because he's, if you're into guitar solos and guitar, like he it's goosebumpy how good he is. He's like a Jimi Hendrix. He's one of those like when you hear best guitarists.
One of the top dogs.
Yeah, of all time. But I saw he did the in the song "Beat It," Michael Jackson. That guitar is him, but he did it secretly. He didn't. He's not credited in the album "Beat It," and he rearranged the
paid?
song, and he didn't get paid. Like I don't think he got paid. Quincy
Really?
Jones hired him, and he just did it for. And that year, the Thriller album did Album of the Year, and it beat 1980. The album from Eddie Van Halen. But the thing is, I watched them on stage, and we take this for granted. Like we're so used to just bullshit, and we accept it. We did a whole thing about lip syncing with Milli Vanilli back in the day, but it's not possible for the Backstreet Boys to do backflips, or I say Backstreet Boys, I sound like someone's grandpa.
Backstreet Boys
but
doing
all those
backflips?
concerts, because I saw Michael Jackson and Eddie Van Halen in on stage doing this song when it just came out, and you hear Michael Jackson like breathing and running around, and this is a dancer, and he's out of breath. You hear him; it doesn't sound like the song. I recommend anybody out there to watch. I want to give this poor guy Michael Jackson some publicity. Type in Michael Jackson and Eddie Van Halen.
I think it's going to be big.
You know the part, the fire's in their eyes and the words are really clear. So, but you want it, like you hear him
You know what would
running
be
around.
funny? You know what would be funny? If somebody, and if Gapes is listening, I hope he hears this.
Wanna
If
be
somebody
started.
took all the moments from these performances, live performances, and he took just the sound bites of him taking a breath or exhaling, exhaling, sorry,
exhaling.
and then doing like a quick cut. It's
already been done.
And that,
Yeah, there's so many videos. That's what you're thinking of. You've seen these videos. They're all
have?
yeah.
Interesting.
You know that's the face of.
but of
I
this-
know I have.
Interesting.
No, but of this,
Interesting.
Interesting.
but of specific, I've seen videos similar, but not
Exactly. What
You know what?
The video that he saw you haven't seen. That's a crazy thing to say.
No, but of that to do that of that specific video.
Interesting.
Interesting idea. Interesting.
Why are you laughing?
No, I don't think it's something.
That's a good joke that Russell Peters has about his dad saying gonna get hurt. But has anyone done it with an uncle? Yeah, same. But an
Nah,
uncle,
bro.
though. An uncle.
Come on.
There's something different about that.
Interesting. Hey.
Go fuck yourselves.
What? This
The
is
F1 race
F1.
over the weekend.
Is it
last
stand
weekend.
for Formula One or
Formula One? Yes.
or fuck
Or the
one?
Grand Prix.
The Grand Prix.
In
that's
French
it.
is Le Grand Prix.
Le Grand Prix. It used to be brought to you by Dumouriez.
It is
Still is,
strangely popular. I
You
don't
don't get
understand
it?
it.
Yeah. How many? Keep forgetting to Google this.
Big engine, go vroom fast, man.
How many?
Like people
how
take
many?
it very serious. They know the drivers. They know the people that work on the
Yeah.
cars.
Like the way people know the NBA.
yeah, exactly.
They
What's
know.
actually-
They even know the engineers' names.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's
What is
very
the?
intense.
What is the? I keep forgetting. How many people come into Montreal for Formula One?
A lot.
At
What
least
is that?
50 people. I
Is
guarantee.
it 300,000? Is it 100,000?
From all over the world.
I mean, you see them. I mean, you see them everywhere. The traffic. You notice the
Yeah,
traffic.
it's insane. Streets
It's-
blocked off.
The amount of absolute fucking
Debauchery?
beautiful escort whores following this. The amount of women that this. Because it's a prestigious sport with expensive cars, right? I mean,
Expensive
David
whores.
Letterman comes to Seinfeld, Jay Leno, all this shit. They're all here.
You think so?
Of course they are. So is
Really?
probably George Lucas.
Jack Hughes is here.
George Lucas always comes for this. They're big. They love that.
Yeah.
There's a
I don't
lot
know
of
if it's the mingling that they like. Are they all really car
they
racing
really
fans?
love the engine and they love the stuff about the engines. They really follow that.
Are you sure? Because they
there's-
might just like the spectacle.
There's helicopters that show up here with sheiks this weekend.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's different.
No, but I
Maybe
mean, because I've known some people that work in there. There's the super top money as well. And there's
Yeah, well,
big
the
parties.
sheiks come by plane,
Yeah.
and then
And-
I guarantee you, Abu Dhabi to here is not done by helicopter.
And then because the Monaco one just happened. Montreal is always the one after.
well, it's a very impressive sport.
Well, it's really
If you take into consideration what the amount of
the level
work
of concentration on this fucking driver
is insane.
like people go
You know how much
party-
weight they lose during
Yeah.
the race?
They're-
It's insane.
It's like flying a Tom Cruise plane, no different. It's the
What's a Tom Cruise plane?
the fucking Top Gun
a small, very
F-16
aggressive
fighter jet.
plane that believes in Scientology.
The fighter jets, man. It's like that's why they're called in French pilote. They really are.
Yeah, they're
pilots.
piloting an
uh,
insane car going 200-300 kilometers an hour at on average.
Used to back in the Art and Senna days when the cars were, you know about cars more than me. Now what are they, V6s? But when they were like
V6 bi-turbo,
yeah, and back
not
in,
bisexual.
you know
I remember the good old days when cars were horses.
well, that's it. The Art and Senna, one of the greatest of F1 drivers of all time, passed away driving, doing what he loved.
Did you say passed away while driving?
Yeah,
I believe
he zoomed by. Yeah.
I believe you want to say he was killed.
Yeah, and so was Gilles Villeneuve, the father of Newtown, Jacques Villeneuve.
Also killed.
Killed here in no, not here. Sorry, but he ejected from the car and landed on the fence.
Yeah, but
Gilles
also
Villeneuve.
his son was a race car driver.
Yes, he owned Newtown.
Yeah, Jacques Villeneuve. Yeah, I remember him.
But-
Was he any good?
Yeah,
I was
he
too young to know.
He was, and then he went to race. He still races in the. He lives in Switzerland. They're all the whole other lifestyle.
these guys are
But
insane money.
The thing is, you used to be able to hear in those days the V8,
the naturally aspirated V8s.
You
the
would
good
be
old
on
times.
fucking Renilla Vec, and you would hear where where the casino is. You would actually hear the fucking cars. That's how loud they were.
Yeah, the city downtown is not properly insulated.
But the amount of people that come here to see those orange cone things that only we have, this city is.
I think people actually come to Montreal
I
to
love
see
how
orange
people
cones.
go to the
Not on
parties.
purpose.
You can't be this much of a jagoff.
The Formula One drivers,
just want to
they
say
sleep.
Jeff.
They're in bed by 8 p.m.
Who?
The drivers, like people go to
After a race like that?
No, the night before and shit like that. Like people, like the teams go out and the engineers.
No, they don't.
spend. No, not the night before. They probably go out the Thursday when they get to town. They
No,
probably
bro, they go
there.
out
Not even.
Sunday
They
when it's
prepare.
done.
And they
they
go out
prepare
Sun- yeah, they're
all
here
week,
working.
dude.
They're working, yeah.
They work all week because they got to do everything. Is like a science, bro.
Yeah.
You have to get everything. Like if you, I've watched videos on repeat of just
See the pit.
A man in a screwdriver.
the pits, the precision of
when
the
they
pits.
show up-
Oh, let me tell you about pits. I have a pit. And I send the homosexuals there. And the race car drivers who are one and the same.
Isn't it?
You heard it here first. F1 is... gay.
It's crazy that at the same time though, there's the Pride Month in Montreal and
The electric car race
and
is
the
another.
and
The electric
F1
one is
at the same time.
Oh, I didn't
Well-
notice. Yeah.
No,
You know-
it's the only thing.
It's called balance.
Well, for a while there, now I think maybe they are in the States only because in the States the racing there is NASCAR. That's one. Indy 500.
Certain parts.
Indy 500. They're at top speed of like Formula One speeds. Just that they're
just going
They
around
go in
and
a
around,
circle.
yeah.
What's the difference?
They
Is
go
that
in a
it?
circle. That's it.
That's the only difference.
The only
That's the
difference,
only
and
difference.
they're. I mean, you got Toyota.
They're
You got
about,
BMW there. BMW is not because sometimes cars change. Drivers too change races. Like
They're like 100 cars.
I
Villeneuve
bet
is
you I got-
racing in the Indy right now.
I bet you I could do the circle one.
Dude, you don't
Okay.
understand. It is
I
brutal.
like NASCAR
It is a
where they're-
brutal
where they're-
race.
Well, how long is it?
That's a long time.
I think they go like if you Google how many
But
times
the-
they go around, it's a lot.
The
It's
circle-
100
but
times.
the
how much
circle
time?
one
An
they
hour?
went. Yeah, a couple hours. No, 3 hours. Like the Oscars.
No,
on
no,
I could do
TV.
3 hours.
Longer,
and
longer.
the
I've done that. I do
the
long
drivers
trips.
in the Indy are older. They last longer in the Indy, but they're always turning left, man.
That's what I'm saying.
And Formula One, it's the track, like the Monaco.
View,
I've seen
yeah.
that in Monaco. I was there during a race. You don't see it, but it's kind of cool because it goes through the. It's like when you pick the track on a racing game in a car. You know the.
Okay, how many hours long? Oh my God! Sometimes it feels like the racing can be on for eternity. Of those 72 hours, 72 hours. My
Pole
friend.
position.
I don't think they're doing
Oh no,
72
sorry.
hours.
The average length of a time a NASCAR race lasts is 3 hours and 8 minutes across
Yeah,
the
Oh,
full
Formula One.
season.
easy, bro. I could do the fuck out of
At
that.
Like
either
now,
end.
the big deal now is Lewis Hamilton, right? With Mercedes. I don't know who the Ferrari guys are anymore. I know that the greatest of all time was Michael Schumacher.
And are these cars all manual or can I do it automatic?
There's 40 cars.
That's funny. That's funny. I seen the way I went to the garage once a couple of years ago with my dad. Not on race day, but it was maybe on a Friday, like the Friday of the.
How clean are those garages?
No, dude. There's a room where only because we had access because they showed me because the guy bringing me, but otherwise you can't like. Other people can see what's on those computer screens. Like they're so secretive. It's literally there's guys on tables like this with 4 monitors, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's the brains of the car. They're literally during the whole race, 4 guys looking at. That's what racing has become. Like back in the day in the Tom Cruise movies, there Michael Bay. There's one, with a Randy Quaid there on the Motorola speaker. Yeah, you got to go in there on the left. Turn.
Remember Randy Quaid?
Seen Days of Thunder? Yeah, he's married to a local girl, a girl from Park X,
Yeah.
and he lives in Vermont. But he's quiet, very entertaining. I really want Hollywood to give him
Not
another
quiet
chance.
on Twitter.
No, is he still loud on Twitter now? But he's not making the crazy videos about.
He was.
Yeah.
What is this? Sorry.
Randy Quaid. Okay, Christmas Vacation.
You ever watched
The crazy cousin.
Independence Day?
Yes.
Yes.
He was the father
Of who?
of the main guy that was
Brokeback Mountain.
what's his name? The main guy.
You haven't seen Brokeback
Will
Mountain?
Smith.
No, not Will Smith. Yeah, like, what the fuck?
The president? No,
No, the guy
fucking
who
Bill
pl-
Pullman.
The guy
No, I
who
didn't-
played a rapist in his first.
Tom Sizemore.
No, bro. Fuck. What's his name?
Uh,
You know him. He's a wacky weirdo. He played a rapist in Death Wish.
Oh, is that the scientist?
He was in Jurassic Park.
Jeff Goldblum.
That's
yes, Jeff Goldblum. I love
Jeff Goldblum was in Independence Day?
Yeah. He's the Jurassic Park guy with the glasses.
I
He-
remember him in Jurassic Park. I
he
don't
was
remember
in,
him in.
was it Annie Hall? When Woody Allen visits a party in L.A., he visits and someone offers him cocaine, and Woody Allen he sneezes the cocaine away. Just perfect comedy timing. And Jeff Goldblum is an extra, and he's in the background. And he just says he calls up his therapist because he forgot his mantra. Excuse me, I forgot my mantra. That sounds like something he would say. It's great. Very, very expressive.
I enjoyed him in the Thor movies.
What? Yes, he's getting
what
a
was-
second.
Not Love and Thunder, the one prior.
He plays like one of the bad guys. He's this
Yeah,
with
and he goes-
always the glasses.
No,
like
no
that.
glasses in
No,
this
but
one.
he's very much this
Yeah.
guy with the
Yeah.
shapes.
He was
With
very
the hands in the
with
He
weird
was very
thing.
zesty in this
yeah,
movie.
he's
so,
zen.
yeah.
He's a zen guy.
No, zesty.
Okay,
We call this
zesty.
Zesty.
Zesty is he's a type of guy that would play a harp. Jeff
Yeah.
Goldblum is the type of guy that would play
Zesty.
a harp.
People use zesty to describe like
The soap Zest.
near gay, like not all the
I'm
way
not sure
gay.
who's starting Zesty. Zesty is
I don't
Glenn,
know.
do
spicy.
you remember
Start-
your restream password?
You remember your urethra?
I'm not gonna say it.
But you remember it?
Yeah.
Come over here.
Do you remember when Rich Voss accidentally gave his Twitter password on away on the air?
Type it in here.
They're typing stuff in. I don't. What was I gonna talk about before? Mark Chagall, waiting for Godot. The fire's in the eyes and the words are really clear. So beat it. But you wanna be there, just beat it.
Because then if you go to
Eat it.
switch, then
I wanna work the eat it. Oh, do you want- Who's wrong or right?
All right, what were we saying? So, anyways, all
Just
this talk
eat it,
about
eat it.
races.
Races. Wait. You like there's the Indy, there's the rally. I like rally. There's rally is when they're driving around in the dirt
Oh, that's
in
insane.
Europe.
I can't watch that. I get too
Rally,
anxious.
the Moto GP with the motorcycles.
My favorite clip from the rally races is it was in India and it was an Indian racer.
Rally is not big here because they drift. The drifting stuff is big with the rallies.
Rally racers probably have the biggest set of balls on the planet.
Yeah.
I watch these videos
It's
sometimes.
like motocross cars, man.
No, but
kind
it's
of.
the speeds they go
Yeah.
through is, you understand, I get so anxious.
Yeah, it's like
and every
watching
time they
someone on a
go
tightrope.
over, every time they go over a jump, you know the feeling when you go over a jump and you get that feeling in your balls. I
Yeah.
get that feeling watching these
rally.
videos. Could you imagine being in the car?
Do they?
And these guys are there like this.
What's the one where the cars take off with the those long cars?
why are you freaking out?
You're a ridiculous human being.
Poseidon, what is the one with the giant? Okay, you know the F1 cars. You know how those wheels are. Okay,
Yeah.
the giant ones in the back and the little ones in the front, and they take off and they have a parachute.
Oh,
back.
those are drag races.
Okay, literally drag races.
Yeah, those
Yeah.
are meant to just stop after 15 seconds, right? Like,
Yeah, but those are called rockets. They're like rockets. They got the big flame in the back.
And that's like with RuPaul, a drag race.
No, not that kind of race.
Oh.
I thought it was the same thing, but apparently it's not.
That's the one Keanu Reeves was in the movie Parenthood. Also a great movie you would love to see. It's Joaquin Phoenix and Keanu Reeves.
You mean
Parenthood.
Joaquin.
Directed by Ron Howard.
I'm sorry I did that into the microphone.
Hawking on my bread. Any news on Eddie Murphy?
Still Eddie Murphy.
And any news on I'm seeing now George Lucas upset with ending of Indiana Jones. But the good things I heard about that show is that movie is they give fan service, some stuff, some cool things to see, and I'll watch it. But it's not as polished and great as Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Marcus
Of course,
Brody.
he's old now. He
No,
can't
it's
do
not
it.
him. It has nothing to do with him. It's just the feel, the energy of the movie. The other one's really funny and very practical jokes and fucking great. And but
You know what I think
race
it is?
do you like?
Hold on. You know what I think it is? Because you just said something very interesting. I just want to go back. The feel of the movie.
Yes,
Do you think it's because it doesn't...
it's actually even the color of the movie.
Not just the... It kind of doesn't feel real anymore.
It doesn't feel real. I know what you mean by that.
Because
but very
I watched
difficult to-
Casablanca last night and it felt very real. It was
well, because
very,
everything you saw happened.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think because here's the thing, I enjoyed like the second show at the
goes
Fringe
by.
Festival. I just want
That's
to go
what
back
it
to
was.
that because it felt very real. Like everything happened there.
Kiss.
The props, everything was
They gave props, bro.
everything was real.
Did you give props when it was good?
Yeah, I
Do you-
met the guy after.
What, the type of
What'd you tell him?
I told him, great job. I enjoyed your work.
I like you so much.
Now blow me.
no, you don't.
What?
You don't. I think it's fellatio, please. I think that's the proper term.
One fellatio, please. It
Yes,
sounds like
exactly.
you're making an order.
Exactly.
Sir, I would like to be filleted.
Filleted.
But we were talking about races.
Yes, but what's
Grand
one?
Prix.
What do you like? We got the Grand Prix.
I don't have a favorite. I don't
There's
have a
a
favorite.
horse race, the Triple Crown.
I like the one. You
The
know which one I
Preakness.
like? I forgot the name of it. It's the one where all the companies get together and they make kind of like they have a hypercar and it goes. I think it's the Le Mans.
That was a movie with Steve McQueen. Just to give you an idea of how Hollywood ran like that, and it kind of runs like this too. There was no script.
They don't run. They
just
drive, bro.
Just the fact that Steve McQueen, you know, the racing from Bullet, the movie Bullet, a big Hollywood.
Isn't that from the movie Cars?
One moment.
no, that's
exactly.
Lightning
That's
McQueen,
a
sorry.
that's a but it's named after him with the
Okay.
Mustang name. So this movie was being shot. Footage of cars driving with Steve McQueen. There was no script. They were writing they were just shoot. Just get footage. Just get footage. We'll figure out what the plot is. Because they had to just do exteriors, interiors. Because back in those days, it was just practical and that's it. So we'll figure out what the hell the movie's about later. And they filmed half the fucking.
Well, it's
movie.
about racing.
The Le Mans race. Then you have the.
But anyway, speaking of races,
yes.
enough about which ones we like. This week's top 5.5.
All right.
This week's top 5.5 international races.
Oh, there's the camel one. There's one with camels.
Yeah. Number 5. Indians from Cleveland.
You feel so. Yes, that was a great base.
Very,
You feel
very
so
international. Very international. These Indians are all over
Okay,
the
so
place.
you got-
Have you seen Toronto?
clever. Brampton. You have like Russell Peters.
What does that have to do
he's
with
Indian.
races?
That's
their
that's
race.
See what Poseidon did there?
But he
Pantelis?
said international races.
Yeah, as opposed to the local Indians.
Doesn't make any
So
sense.
the ones.
The most international races. You know, the ones that export the most of themselves.
What my favorite part about when a joke bombs is that you have to keep
Thinking-
committing to it because you got 4 more to go, man. Let's go. Let's commit.
All right, number 4.
You know what other race we like, Pantelis?
Tell me. Arabs. Number 4.
Well, no, great people.
Great people all
Good
over
language.
the place,
And Tihalwa.
especially in Europe nowadays.
Yeah, there's
kinda
with different
crazy.
types of Arabs. But there's the ones who speak Arabic, and then there's the ones that are Arabic. Like, are they from Arabia? Does that make them Arabic?
I don't think Arabia is a real place.
Saudi Arabia is not a real place.
Saudi Arabia, but not Arabia.
Did you know the reason it's called Saudi Arabia is named after the name Saudi, the family? The whole fucking
I didn't know
country's
that.
named after them.
I didn't know that. That's awesome.
the country of King Charles. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just to
Okay.
give
Or
you an idea.
the country of Wales. 'Cause
No,
they're all a
that's
bunch of
named
whales.
after the whale of Catherine Zeta-Jones. She's
What?
from there. She's Welsh.
All
You
right.
Yeah. Okay. So
I feel like we got to go through this list fast.
let's-
Yes.
like those cars. Let's zoom past it.
Yeah.
Number 3, the whites.
So why are the
All over the
whites
place.
good people?
They've taken over everywhere. Look,
Are
from
they a
South
race?
Africa, from
Are you talking?
from Germany to Germany?
No, you see where you're doing that. Caucasians is what you're trying to say.
Look,
Yeah.
Is a Caucasian a race? Like, what's a race? A Viking? Is that a race? What's a race?
it's a long lost
Ethnic
nationality.
background? Like, you're Greek. Is that a race? No, they don't put
It's a
race in.
nationality, no. But we're going the racist route. That's the whole point of this.
Oh, is it?
Okay. So the whites are why are they good?
Very international people.
A lot
All
of
over
whites.
the place.
A lot of whites. Asians are white too.
Entire continents.
A lot of people are white. Now, when you say white, do you mean like white Anglo-Saxon Protestant, like a guy named Kevin? White? That white.
Look, use your imagination.
Somebody who's pale? Somebody who like goth people? They're white?
Yeah, 100%.
All right.
Look, this was funny because it's late. This was
No,
funny.
no. It was never funny.
No, it was. Go fuck yourself. You were laughing. You
La,
lying
la,
piece of
la,
shit.
la, 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 la. See what we did
You were
there?
laughing.
It's called misdirection. You see, you're talking about racists. You're talking about number 8.
Number 2, the blacks.
That's
Look,
because
this was really funny 40 minutes ago.
That's because of Leon. We're doing this because of Larry David.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas from the Blacks because their last name was the Blacks.
So this is not
Larry
even a
David.
race. This is a specific family from
Yeah,
TV.
yeah,
That's
this
number
is-
2.
this is number
really,
2.
that's what you're gonna go
Yeah,
with.
yeah,
You're
we're gonna go with
bailing
that.
on me right now.
No, okay. You want to
You're
go
bailing on me?
with blacks like what? Like Eddie Murphy's black.
Yeah.
Chris
well, they're all
Tucker.
over the place too. They're international,
Jesus
bro.
Christ.
You're going the black white.
Yeah.
Just, it's black or white.
Yeah.
Bring back
Hey,
Michael
bro,
Jackson.
Multicultural. We're
He was black
we're a
and white.
multicultural planet.
I see one culture in front of me.
Ebony-
The culture of stupid.
And Ebony and Ivory. I am black and you are white. The black and,
And
white
together we'll
cookie,
make the yin yang.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just made
That's
that up.
Asian.
Oh, did you? I thought that was a real song.
Yeah. And together we make the yin yang. That's me in the corner. Poseidon singing REM's "Losing My Religion." People, it's
So
a
look,
moment in time.
when we made this list, it's late and we're a bit tired.
no, you
We
can't.
had a
You can't
crazy-
defend your.
Of course, I'm gonna defend it. I
you
can do whatever I want.
practically. You held me down with your knee on my
Go
chest.
fuck yourself.
To-
When we were doing this list, how dare you bail on me?
Why are
how
you put-
dare you?
you're point-
you were
you're
chuckling
point-
like a little child.
You're pointing-
just like me.
You're pointing like Hulk
Just
Hogan when he
me.
reaches the ring.
Just like me, you were giggling like a little girl in the lobby.
Harrison Ford.
Don't bail on
In
me.
every movie, Harrison Ford has to point at you and say,
You're lying to me. You're. And he points with his finger. Harrison Ford always points.
Good. You know,
There's
it's
a-
very disrespectful
it's
to
a-
point.
"Well,
In the movie, when you have to make a point, you point.
next you got to go watch Gregory Peck movies." No, you know who you would love? Robert Mitchum. Always played the cowboy. Yeah, Robert Mitchum. You should watch the original Cape Fear and then the De Niro one. Watch them both. Good classic movie. Correct. Watch the Robert
But Cape
Mitchum.
Fear, they should have just been called Murder Boat.
Correct. But Cape Fear sounded cooler. Murder Boat.
Murder. Sounds like a retard wrote it.
No. There was an 80s TV show called Riptide. That had a good opening theme. There was a robot in there and a cool car. Riptide, 80s TV show. There was Hardcastle and McCormick, another race car TV show that you would like. And I believe one of them was
what was-
Everybody Loves Raymond's father-in-law. That was the actor from that
What was the one with Hasselhoff? The death car? What was it called?
Knight Rider.
No.
Yeah.
That was Knight Rider.
Yeah.
That's Knight Rider. The car that talks. That's Knight Rider.
Hello.
No, it
But he
wasn't the
also-
car that talks.
Hello,
it was,
Michael. Well, any other
was like
Any
a
other
muscle
one?
Hasselhoff
car.
You're
movie
talking-
was making fun of that.
Yeah. So
Or was it Swayze? Was it Swayze?
No, you're talking about. There's two things. You're talking about Baywatch and Baywatch Nights.
Right. Baywatch Nights is not. No. Knight Rider.
Is the car one?
Hasselhoff
That's
has
what
had a
Hasselhoff's
fucking
known
long
for.
ass career.
The car one. The car will talk. Kit. Knight Rider.
He's been chill for a long. He's been quiet for a while. The Hoff. Huh?
Wasn't he
He
eating
shows up in
burgers off
random
the floor?
videos.
He's big in Germany. That's what I was known for. Always. They always say he's big in Germany. He did a tour in Germany. He sings in German.
Oh, good
David
for him.
Hasselhoff.
I would have never guessed.
Yeah. Hasselhoff.
How do you know this is beyond me?
No, everybody knows that. That was
Everybody
really?
knows that. That was a big. That's like
Oh,
the
okay.
Jerry Lewis is big in France. Everybody always said Jerry Lewis was big in France. It's a thing. It's a thing. The David Hasselhoff is big in Germany.
I didn't even know that. That's wild.
I
learned
know.
something
I know
different.
Poseidon. I know you didn't know that. What's number one? Number one race. Now you got. Wait. There's the Days of Thunder NASCAR. There's what's another one? Formula
I'm
One.
starting to regret my life decisions.
Steve Mustangs. They're fast cars. What's another one? What's another?
Just go.
There's a race with
Stop talking.
the turtle against the hare.
The hare.
That's one. The turtle against the hare. That's a famous race.
That's the most famous race.
Yeah.
Another
And what's
famous
another
race.
famous race, Poseidon?
The Jews.
Now, I'm not sure if they're a race. They might be a religion, Poseidon.
depends who you ask,
He's
I
just
guess.
laughing. You notice Jewish is the only one that people say Jewish like as but it's not a race.
It
It's
kind of is. Though.
it kind
kind
of
of
is.
is, though.
The chosen people.
It's both.
Kind of.
Really, huh?
It's a race.
How about this?
How about you show us your half so we can move on from this shit show?
And the half.
And a half is
that's
a 24 hours of Le Mans, which means this doesn't make any sense.
So the 24 hours. It's
We
a
thought
race.
we'd make an anti-list.
You're an
That was-
You're an anti.
This is an anti-podcast.
You're an anti-dentite.
You're an anti-Semite.
You're an so.
Look, hold on. The list is still funny to me. I'm
mean-
sorry.
Well, Indian people are good people.
They're very good people. Yes.
How come the like Italians aren't in there? They're not a race.
They are a race, but they're not
are.
on the top 5.
Yeah. They were close to making it though.
Almost.
Almost.
They were 9.
What about there's the Persians?
They finished
Are they
at 9.
What about natives?
They were like 15.
They're not as international.
Really, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, right, mate, about the Australians, mate. You
They-
can be an Aussie, but you can be a Lebanese, right? You say, so, well, yeah, just surreal.
I served
time in
funny.
prison.
I served a Lebanese Australian man today,
Really?
and
Yeah.
he didn't have an Australian accent. He had a Lebanese accent.
Oh, perhaps he has family here. Where is Adonis?
What?
Adoni?
Oh, it's
Is Adoni?
you know,
لحم بعجين.
lahmajun.
لحم بعجين.
Fuck is that?
How? What just happened? How did we get here?
بعجين.
How did we get here? It's like what's
Cambiz,
going on?
Tortilla. Do you eat tortilla chips? How much do you think restaurants are making like tips downtown tonight? You know what? It's been raining the last couple of days, and you must see, wow, like the mass exodus of people leaving town, right?
Oh, Air Canada fucked over a bunch of people.
Wow, why?
What else is new?
'Cause,
Because they felt like it. They didn't. One of their excuses today was that they didn't have enough technicians.
oh,
That was their answer.
they were at the race, maybe working
Yeah.
on the cars.
They got drunk at the Grand Prix.
I
They closed off all of Saint Laurent from Sherbrooke all the way up until past Rachel. Even I think.
is there
Just it's a pedestrian street now.
is there still
Blocked off. You can't go north on Saint Laurent from Sherbrooke.
is there still protesters like for environmental protesters?
You mean like do they still exist?
No, like for the Grand Prix specifically.
I don't know.
Did they
Was
used
that
to
a thing?
protest the Grand Prix?
Was that a thing in the past?
I don't know. I'm,
Probably.
I'm,
What do you mean you don't know? You just said is there still? That means that you said there were.
well, yeah, I assume there would. I'm trying.
There was a protest about some chick named Julie, and that she was innocent, and there was a
What?
bunch of chicks with their tits out and everything.
Where's this?
I think it was in Montreal at the court or whatever.
She was innocent of what?
I have no clue, bro. I just saw it was a quick video.
All right, you want to guess? 338,000.
Of what?
2019 people went to the Grand Prix.
What about
As
2020? Was it canceled 2020?
To about 300,000 people come to. Yeah, that's a lot of money.
It's not
That's
as
a
much
lot.
as I expected.
Hey, that's a lot for 3 days.
And
It
all
ain't
concentrated downtown. Yeah,
WrestleMania.
that is a lot. That is a lot. What's the population of downtown Montreal?
I don't know what the population of what do you mean, like the district? What is it called? Centreville?
I don't know, like around, like let's say from Mount Royal all the way down to the old Montreal,
All
and all the way from
okay.
let's
it's
say,
Sud-West. It's called Sud-West.
let's say
that's- I don't
Rue
know, man.
Saint-Jacques, where Saint Henry.
I know
ends,
that Canada
all the way east until which street? should
this
we
week
say?
Canada hit a total
Deer.
population of 40 million people.
How
this week,
brutally
yeah.
exciting.
Yeah, we hit. I remember when it was 26 million. 40 million people.
Well, that's how population works, right?
Yeah. Hey, hey, you can't get anything past this guy, huh? Is the guy over here. So heart condition. Denzel Washington is.
Oh, we're back at that.
No, we're not back at that. What else? Have you been watching movies? Adam update. There's no update.
What else is new?
Hello.
A ration man.
Apparently, North Korea is having ration issues now. Like,
Oh,
there's
really?
There's
What
a
else
lot.
is-
There's like, watch the North Korean.
Yo, speaking
people
of
here.
North
You're telling me
Korea,
North Korea is not going to make it?
No,
I'm
there-
convinced.
there's-
I'm convinced some North Koreans have snuck TikTok into the country somehow. I'm watching videos, and these people are Asians. But the thing is, like, it is the most rundown videos you'll ever see.
Oh, that's what I wanted to ask about Mungbak. How did this become a
You mean mukbang?
Mungbak? Yeah, what's Mungbak?
Mungbak.
Anyway, a mukbang. How did this become a thing? So,
I don't know, bro.
So, I think in those countries like South Korea, they eating. You can't in public gorge yourself, stuff your face like a fat fuck.
Really?
eating
You're
a-
not allowed?
No, it's improper. You know, like how the Brits, that's improper. So because it's repressed, because they have to behave in public, you know, just
yeah.
culturally, just nice. You don't look like a pig when you eat. People secretly, like it's food porn, literally for them. And they watch, because how
way
does they
they-
get millions of views? And it's always some like little Asian girl of 100 pounds eating like 15 Big Macs or something. Like,
Oh, I don't know, dude.
and it's really, it's a whole thing.
The most recent mukbang videos that I enjoy, staying on the topic, is
Staying on the topic.
a man from New Zealand that moved to Japan.
And what does he eat?
And he basically, his mukbangs are him going to all the fast food places in Japan and all the different brands and trying all the McDonald's in Japan, and he tries all the stuff and he makes videos of them on TikTok. I've been enjoying those.
Why don't you make some?
I don't know.
Don't you like to eat?
Yeah, but I don't know.
Just doing just about apples.
Just me eating an apple.
Just eating apples. Nothing to do with any food. Because that same joke like we did with the top 5. The guys,
But it is food.
What is food?
I don't
An
know.
apple.
What is love? Baby,
What
don't
is
hurt
life?
me. Don't hurt me no more.
So talking about other things, a Russian man was eaten by a shark off the coast of Egypt. Did you guys see this video? Wild video, bro.
I heard about it. People talk about it.
Yeah, you literally see him getting attacked by a tiger shark, and he gets bamboozled, he gets tossed around, and then he comes back up for air, and then he gets dragged
Oh, that's
to the bottom.
awful
terrible,
way to go.
terrible, terrible
How
way.
that is
And it was filmed.
Do you think this guy ever would have imagined his way to go is being eaten by a shark?
Nope.
About
That is awful. And who the fuck you can't? I mean, even
They-
the guy filming it, what's he gonna do?
Oh, they were from far away. yeah.
I know, but what exactly? What are you gonna throw a harpoon? You're gonna shoot it again?
Well, they killed the
No.
shark.
Well, you
They-
need guns.
They tracked it down and killed it.
Was there any? Oh, okay, because he's got to learn. You don't do that shit. Teach him a
glad.
lesson. What the fuck is the reason why? Because the
So
shark
dumb.
was behaving like a shark. They
Yeah,
shot
yeah,
it.
there you go.
Because that provides justice.
Yeah.
Fucking sharks, bro.
Sharks. That's why I like whales. Whale is
Orcas are dangerous.
Yeah, and they
They bamboozle great whites.
with precision, apparently, with razor blade accuracy.
They what?
They cut out livers, man. Remember?
Oh yeah, it's nuts. Yeah, it's crazy. Orcas are.
They eat shark livers with some fava beans.
They're
and
the
a nice
bullies?
Chianti.
They're the bullies of the seas.
Who's this?
Orcas, the big bullies. They bully everyone. They do whatever the fuck they want. Carte blanche of the ocean. They're afraid of nothing.
Is that your family's motto?
What is it? Yeah, they never. I think they did try to make a when Jaws came out and Steven Spielberg invented the summer movie. A lot of copycat movies came out, and the Orca movie came out.
Really?
A shitty. Oh, I
I've
wish we could
never
watch
heard
that
about it.
trailer.
I thought it was Free Willy.
No. Free Willy was the '90s one there with Mike.
yeah,
with
yeah.
No. Orca. Like the
Oh,
they
do you
tried to
remember-
make like Piranha, which is what made.
Oh, I saw Piranha.
Piranha Part 2 is what made truck driver James Cameron get into the movie business. He directed Piranha Part 2.
He was a truck driver, right?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Huh.
Directed Piranha Part 2, and then from there,
you know which movie I loved as a kid?
exoskeleton. What?
The one with the dolphin. Fuck, what was it called?
Flipper?
Flipper.
Flipper, bro. I love that
That's
movie as a
with
kid.
Paul Helgen, right?
I don't
with
know,
Hobbs.
but I love that movie.
Polaru Hogan
that
Aru.
movie made
Crocodile
me want
Dundee
to.
is in that movie.
Really? I don't. All I remember is the dolphin and the
Yes.
friendship with
He's
the
a-
boy, and
He's
it
an
made me want to
Australian
swim with the
national
dolphins.
treasure.
I realized actually, you know how like I really loved that movie as a kid, and I always wanted to like swim with
Was
dolphins.
on repeat for you?
It was one of the repeat
Yeah.
ones. I got my wish when I went to Cuba.
You got to swim with the dolphins?
Yeah, well, not swim, but you know,
Okay, was Elijah Wood in that movie?
I have no clue, bro. You're asking me things that
Look
I was a kid.
around the world, pretty baby, with everything you. I don't know what I'm saying, but
We should make a reboot of the Flipper, but it's just a man walking around everywhere.
flipping burgers,
Just
even flipping the bird.
Yeah.
Did you? What was? I'm trying to think of movies that were on repeat for me, over and over again, like on video cassette.
My youngest brother was High School Musical too.
Wow, is that the one with? I have no idea.
The
who's in
broad
that.
there and the
What's
guy.
Who's in
Zac
Zac Efron.
Zac Efron.
He's playing fucking.
and the broad there.
I can't wait for this movie. He's playing Von Erich, Kevin Von Erich, the Von Erich family in wrestling. Apparently, this movie is very
Really?
accurate. Yeah, the most cursed wrestling family, bro. This poor fucking family, the Von Erichs.
What happened?
They're all like they're all dead. It was anyway. It's great. It's
Of
gonna
natural causes or
Be, some. Anyway, it was a territory movie. It looks like it's being done well. Again, you never really explored the Young Rock, right?
what?
The show, The Young Rock.
No.
Yeah, you fuck around with a few episodes, you'll enjoy it. You'll get the point. Apparently, they're
The Young
making
Rock.
another Fast and the Furious or something with
Fast X.
with
yeah,
him
they made
with
it
the
already.
Rock.
Oh, they made it with what's his name? Jason
Momoa.
Jason Momoa.
Jason Momoa.
I saw your friend 50 Cent in the new Expendables movie. Did you see
Oh yeah,
that
great
trailer?
friends from childhood.
Did
us.
you see that trailer
Which one?
for the Expendables 4, 3, 5?
Oh yeah, I heard he was going to be in it.
Yeah, he looks cool in it. Big
I
deal.
watched a clip of him. It was it was in the show For Life, and he's in prison. And I gotta say, this 50 Cent character,
Yeah, Curtis Jackson.
good actor.
They're making a TV show called "Everybody Still Hates Chris." I heard that's coming because I went on a Chris Rock thing. Everybody still hates Chris. Yeah, a lot of reboots, man.
A lot of reboots, man.
Reboots, man.
I think that's everything's been done. No.
Everything has been done. Just ask Chat GBT. There's going to be some regulation with that.
Think
This
so?
fucking yeah, there has to be. It gets a lot of shit wrong.
Well, it's very woke.
Is it really?
Yeah, like there's the Snapchat launched their AI, and like you can ask it like certain questions. Like you can say like I'm proud to be white, and it'll beat around the bush and say something like, oh, there's people of color as well. It's not okay to say that. to
Yeah, I
a
get
fan."
it. I get it.
You know,
It's
type of shit like that.
inclusion. Oh, that's what I remember. The Indiana Jones. It has to do with Kathleen Kennedy, big producer. Apparently, it's like they're trying to blame her or something. Like all the movies that she had something to do with.
What?
Yeah, I don't know why.
For what?
I just
What are you
went back to that because I've been trying to remember her name. Because he mentioned that also the Indiana Jones movie is too polished or maybe too woke. There's a whole. Is this whole thing? Is it anti-woke now? People are don't want to be woke anymore.
I don't know, but it's gotten so bad that there's literally a website that has come into existence for I forgot the name, but it was for like anti-woke. It was like for conservative people. was a commercial. I don't know if did you see the commercial, P?
No.
It was like an anti-woke job. You know how like Indeed?
Oh, the kids one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like Indeed, but for conservatives.
Proud Boys. No. See, that's
not
the
like
other
that.
extreme.
Yeah. No, it was a job board basically for conservatives, for Republicans.
There's a secret.
Like that's how bad it's gone.
There's I encourage anybody to have some fun with this. To Google the website called Friends of Abe. It's because it's the secret group of Hollywood Republicans because they're so scared to be Republicans that you join the website and it's a private group called Friends of Abe for Abe Lincoln, and it's a lot of
And how do you join this group?
I don't know. I'm not part of it because I'm
vetted and
Canadian. I think you get invited.
Or vetted?
Vetted, is that a thing?
Yeah.
What is vetted?
They
mean?
vet you.
Like a chicken, a dog, a cat, a mouse, an alligator, a horse, a vet, like that. Imagine curing a giraffe with a sore throat. That's a big ass fucking throat.
That's interesting, actually. I never thought.
Oh,
about
you
that.
never say that.
Oh, you don't find a lot of things
Oh,
interesting.
go fuck
Do they have
yourself.
giraffe-sized lozenges? A lozenge, fisherman's friend.
They do.
For giraffe.
It's the soaps in the urinals.
Figaro. And you see the
That's a Madagascar reference.
you see the giraffe going Figaro.
I have a question for you about giraffes.
Are they tall?
Where does the giraffe
Do they play basketball?
wear the tie? Does it wear it all the way at the top or all the way at the bottom?
No, they have big ass fucking Don Cherry tie things that go till the. No, they wear it at the bottom. By the way,
Fun
not
fact,
at the top. They wear it at the top.
Most of the sexual relationships giraffes have are gay.
Okay, that's not a fact.
That's the kind of stuff you
Yeah, it's
Google.
not a fact and it's not
It's
fun.
true. Most of the sex they have is
Who told you these lies?
male on male giraffe because they mistake each other. They can't see. You know. They
No,
can't,
it's
yeah.
because
that's
they
not true. That's
they
made
love
up.
Dude, I saw some.
No, that's
No.
this idiot. By the way, I just realized something the other day.
They love necking giraffes. Necking in the back of a convertible. What?
You want to hear a debate starter?
Yes.
Oh, I'll tell you off air, actually.
Oh,
I'll tell you
right.
off air.
So Poseidon,
Hold on.
What are you?
Are 90% of the giraffes? No, that's not.
That's a false flag operation. They put Florida in the water to make the giraffes gay.
Dude, what's his name? Robert F. Kennedy Jr. or whatever talked
Yeah,
about it.
yeah.
Alex Jones was right.
I saw that.
They
shit.
are making.
Yeah, that's wild.
They're making dudes effeminate.
What-
Jones was
what's
right.
up with the voice of
and the giraffes too, apparently.
I think he
what's
got
with the
sick.
voice? Yeah, it sounds like that. He looks so fucking much like a Kennedy, that guy, didn't he? Robert Kennedy, like JFK's nephew, Robert Kennedy's son,
Yeah.
the cousin of JFK Jr. Whatever. Did you see this guy on Rogan?
I saw.
He's
Yes.
married
I saw
to
clips.
Larry David's wife on Curb. Huh? He's married to Cheryl Hines, that guy,
Yeah, in real life.
in real life. But his voice, he yeah, I think he was sick.
He's married to Cheryl Hines, right?
Right. That's his second wife. His first wife, sadly, passed away by self-inflicted when she got divorced, I think. I think that bad, yeah.
Like she missed him so much.
Yeah, something like that. It really sad.
Jesus Christ.
But yeah, so apparently giraffes.
Alex Jones is right. Giraffes are gay. One of them tried to pick me up in a bar.
Yeah, apparently most of the sex giraffes have is gay.
Asked me what I was doing later.
They don't have time to check.
What do you mean?
you know?
Apparently, you can't even find anything.
I found it was like one of those facts you saw.
No, it's all complete nonsense. Don't believe everything you see on the internet.
I just thought it was
Poseidon.
funny.
Look at me. If that was the case, we would have run out of giraffes by now.
I know. It was funny. I wanted to bring it up because it's
Poseidon.
hilarious.
But it's
Poseidon.
not true.
I know,
In Canada,
but it was funny to me.
in
I don't
Canada,
know why it was. I'm just picturing giraffes accidentally being like, I'm a dude. Like, just I don't know. It was funny to me. Like, just accidentally like, dude, what the fuck, bro? Like, I couldn't tell. You know, like just the awkwardness of it. Like like it's funny to me. It's just hilarious.
in Canada, in Canadian history, there was a TV show.
Pantelis has given up.
No. Hold on. I'm going to go back to your point. There was a Canadian TV show we would all watch as kids before, Mr. Dress Up was like the Canadian Mr. Rogers neighborhood. And there was Polka Dot Door. And there was also the Friendly Giant. There was a giraffe on there called Jerome the Giraffe. That's a gay giraffe. Jerome the giraffe.
it's
Would
called
you like to
Jerome?
see?
Anybody
Is-
named Jerome's gay.
Fun fact about bugs.
Oh,
did
God.
you know most of the sounds that bugs make at night
Are
is
gay.
them either having sex or trying to have sex or trying to get it?
They're just
Not
trying
a
to create a
fun fact
buzz.
That's not fun nor a fact. Again, that's pseudoscience. You're making shit up again.
I saw it on Instagram.
Oh my.
Bro, there's the gay giraffe talking.
He's
to
not
the-
looking at
there's
14-year-old
the-
girls' assholes. He's looking at fake facts.
There's the gay giraffe talking to the friendly giant.
That is definitely a gay giraffe.
It's a giraffe.
It was on for many, many years. Then there's like some chicken coming out of a bag. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, you know those cartoon shows, like those shows for children at that time, were all insane.
They really were. If you
Do
look
you remember
back on
Zobumafu?
Zobumafu?
Yeah, with the little lemur.
or the Le Petit Prince, that was like
Le Petit Jérémie, remember that?
Petit.
That was that little goblin that would
Le
go
Petit-
around and be like, "J'ai besoin d'argent." You remember that? It was only in French though.
I see that. He was a little
I like that.
Ma
handicapped
mère c'est
kid.
une bitch. It was they had weird catchphrases.
He you know when they said we now return to the real
Get our lawyer
Ghostbusters?
on the
That
line.
was Arsenio Hall.
What?
Arsenio?
The guy who said we now return to the he played the voice of Winston.
Do you
was
remember
Arsenio.
reading Rainbow?
I can do anything. You take a look, it's in a book. A reading rainbow.
A rainbow that reads.
Butterflies in the sky. I can go twice as high. Just take a look, it's in a book. The reading rainbow. Great show, Poseidon.
Number
Hosted,
one show in hell.
yeah, they still watch it. Hosted by LeVar Burton. He was the guy with the eye thing, the
On
black
Star
guy
Trek,
on Star
the
Trek.
next generation.
He was also in Roots,
Captain
and
Picard.
it was a good show about books.
clothing store.
It became a cult classic amongst the kids. They would talk about books, but it was well made. It was well so much so that friggin' Jimmy Fallon. You remember before Jimmy Fallon was hosting the Tonight Show, he was actually a pretty good impressionist. So he actually did the Reading Rainbow theme, but as Jim Morrison and the Doors. He did it exactly spot on impression of, I don't know how the hell you can make a song sound like the Doors and Reading Rainbow. He sang that song as Jim Morrison. Why is this? Why is that? What?
Why is this? Why is that?
I've never
Why
seen
is
it.
this?
Have you watched
and
it? Was there?
that?
I'm
I don't
trying to
think-
refrain from saying that's interesting.
Poseidon, do you have a Saturday Night Live
He doesn't-
generation
no,
that
he's-
you liked?
no,
No,
he's
he
not a
never.
Saturday Night Live
he
guy.
never went to it, huh? Because he would have
Negative.
enjoyed the Bill Hader generation and the
Why is he always
Sudeikis.
hating?
Jason Sudeikis. Yeah, you have to go on a Saturday Night Live.
Oh, you know
run,
what
bro.
I enjoyed? Between Two Ferns.
Yes,
Have you
that
watched the
was-
movie?
No, I didn't know there was a movie.
watched it, yeah, they made a
Zach,
movie about
Galifianakis has taken a back seat enjoying life, huh? Good for him.
I think so.
At one
Very
point,
talented man.
He was everywhere, yeah. You know how I discovered him?
In The
Was on
Hangover,
Conan
like I
O'Brien.
actually thought this man was like, retarded.
Well,
Yeah,
he was.
people try to give
no,
him.
I thought they cast retarded. you know?
People think he's like that. So when he's in restaurants and airports, everyone buys him shots, and like the guy doesn't
that's
really
how
drink.
good he is.
Yeah, he came late to the party. He was a comedian for a long time in New York, and he started doing the stand-up guest spot on Conan O'Brien late night 12:30 show when people still watch shows. He would show up with singing non sequiturs with a scarf around his neck and the piano. You know what a non sequitur is? Like just little short, like who's that amazing comedian that died that we love so much? Mitch Hedberg, like that kind of comedy. He did kind of like that on Conan.
What's,
Do you
what's a
remember
non
that?
sequitur? I'm sorry.
Like they're not connected.
Not connected.
Oh, okay.
Just random.
I
He would
guess
play
as
the
much.
piano slowly, just in background music, and he would say stuff like Stephen Wright.
He doesn't know who Stephen Wright is.
Oh man.
All right, wrap it up.
My
kids.
favorite clip. I'm gonna wrap
All
it
right,
up after
stop.
this. One of my favorite
Collaborate
clips
and
from
listen.
Between Two Ferns is when he has Matthew Mahogany on,
Matthew Mahogany.
and he goes, all right, all right, all right.
That's very good.
And then he goes, oh, that's just the last three movies, how they did in the box office, your last three movies.
You see what I mean? If you had said that properly, it could have been funny.
All right,
Yeah,
all
I
right, all right.
completely
You have
butchered
to-
it.
Yeah.
All right, all right,
But that's how. Yeah, that's. Oh, Fanny and Amanda, my cousin said, you better not forget our names. No, I'm kidding. They're nice people. Hi, Amanda and Fanny. I had to say their names.
Patreon.com/Pantelis. Guido Grasso Jr. is available to be followed on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. That is Guido Grasso Jr. The Poseidon69 for Poseidon on Twitter and on Instagram. He can also be found on his website, IamPoseidon.com, PantelisComedy.com. Follow my stuff. If you enjoy live comedy, head out to the Bordel Comedy Club Tuesday nights. Links are on my website. You can just Google it. 9:15 p.m. every Tuesday night, a random assortment of the best comedians that are in and around Montreal. The past 2 weeks, 1 hour was Mike Ward, the other one was Tom Green. We get a lot of drop-ins from very famous people, but it's always a great, great show. Every Wednesday night, we are live at the Third Floor Comedy Club.
Yes.
Right on top, the third floor of Stogie's Cigar Lounge on Crescent Street in downtown Montreal, where, coincidentally, the F1 festivities are centered at right now as we speak. This show comes out a couple of days later, so they'll be like, oh, look at this. We're looking into the past. So check all that stuff out. Patreon.com/Pantelis. Shows going on all summer. Thank you all. Intellectuals out.